And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders all around the world. This is FX Passion with another recorded webinar, and you should see this webinar on Friday, May 17th, right? So we are in Melbourne. It's it's 1 a.m. We are not sleeping. We are doing the webinar for you. So it's 1 a.m. in Melbourne. Singapore, it's still Thursday. It's 11 p.m. Madrid, 5 p.m. still Thursday. London, England, it's still Thursday. It's 4 p.m. And New York and Toronto, it's still Thursday. It's 11 a.m. Everybody, this is your first time. This is Forex Trading for Beginners, and we were learning here January market structure, February trading support, resistance, pivot points, March trading Japanese candlesticks, April trading Fibonacci numbers, and we are in May learning how to trade crown formations. Remember, our goal for you is to become consistently profitable, minimum 3 months, knowing when, how and why you make and or lose money. You should not be allowed to trade with real money until you reach the goal. What is the goal? To show consistent profits on the monthly basis. And here is the risk disclaimer: don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and the webinars are not investment or trading advice. They are for educational purposes only. For homeworks and or coaching and or training and or questions, you have the Gmail contact, Skype contact and the LinkedIn contact. So that being said, let's dive into the live markets. Okay, we are going to open, if JForex is going to work, we are going to open USD JPY. And you know what is the topic for today? This last week is the trade war, right, between China and the USA. But I'm going to show you a trading opportunity. Okay, and I don't have the charts. Okay, but first let's go step by step. Where is the 4-hour? Euro JPY not, NZD CAD not this one, not this one. USD JPY 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, right? So this is the Fibonacci. But before we go on the crown, let's learn today that we have two types of crowns. And let's wait for the platform. Okay, we have two types of crowns, and we have reversal crowns. We have reversal crowns, and we have entry crowns. Okay, if you're a beginner trader and you are wondering, well, how do I spot a reversal or whatever, well, we have reversal crowns and we have the entry crowns. The reversal crowns, and this is our rule, everybody, you can find them on the monthly chart and the weekly chart. Okay, remember, this is a rule, non-negotiable rule. You need to obey this. When you find a bearish crown, okay, or where you find a bullish crown, if you find the bearish crown or the bullish crown on the monthly chart or on the weekly chart, those are the reversal crowns. So trend reversal is most likely to happen. Remember, monthly chart, I didn't say 15-minute chart, monthly chart and the weekly chart. Okay, those are the reversal crowns. The entry crowns, if you want to make a crown part of your entry strategy, the entry crowns to enter a long or short trade, you can find them on the smaller time frames. like daily, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart, whatever. Okay, you can find them on the smaller time frames like the daily, 2 hour, 1 hour. So, but of course you need to remember the rules, everybody. If you are, let's take a downtrend, right? We are always talking about just the uptrend. If you are in a downtrend, right, and the market is moving, right, it's making an extension, and from an extension it's going to make a retracement, and there you go. So this is an example when you are going to find the entry crown to go short, together with the counter trend line break or a trend line break, right? Maybe the long term is the structure, the short term are the trends. We are in a, where is the arrow? We are in a downtrend here, right? And then we are in an uptrend, still a down structure, but we are in an uptrend here, right? Which is a down retracement. So you are going to find entry crowns on the smaller time frames. Okay? Well, of course, when a reversal crown happens on the monthly and or on the weekly, you are going to see also the smaller crowns, right? Because the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. If it's going to fall on the monthly, of course, it's going to fall also on the weekly and daily and 2 hour, right? Or the time frames are going to follow the monthly chart, right? So the lesson for today, we have reversal crowns and we have entry crowns. Okay, passion, can be the 1 hour crown a reversal crown? No sir. Can be a 4 hour crown a reversal crown? No sir. Can be a 15-minute crown a reversal crown? No sir. No sir. Okay, those, remember, this is forex trading and this is the forex market. Okay, and I'm going to show you why it's done this way. I'm going to open NZD-CAD as an example and monthly chart. Okay, so the forex market, it's a financial game, for the lack of a better word, of course, between two countries. Okay, and governments have contracts because of the imports and exports. So, and the reason why the reversal crowns are only on the monthly and the weekly chart is because what is important for the buyers, for the trader, is this is what is important. Okay, so you have a crown in here, and maybe not the best one, right? So center tip is this, and this is the left tip, the right tip, right? Left tip, center tip, and it's a mess. So again, low, high, low, high, lower low, lower low. So we have the left tip, there you go, center tip and right tip, and then of course the market here, the market fell, right? So this crown was predictable, and also in here we have the bullish crown, right, left, center. Where is the first high? Not a higher high, so this was the crown, right? It's the big one, but it's okay because those are the reversal crowns, right? And of course we are not just as professional traders, we are not just looking the monthly chart, but we want to spot the crowns on the weekly chart, right? Because the weekly chart is faster. So this is the weekly chart, right? And on the weekly, this is much easier, right, to spot. There you go. This is the bullish crown. Okay, bullish crown, much faster, right? And this is why it's called the reversal crown. And obey the rules, everybody, only from the monthly and on the weekly. Okay, it's a reversal crown because remember, the forex market, it's a trading game, it's a financial game between two countries. So, and this is the big reversal. This pair is supposed to fall long term. We're talking about years right now, and you are going to see a bearish crown just in a second. And of course, the smaller crowns are part of the bigger crowns. Okay, so this is again, this was the, so you have the red crown and the black crown. The red is from the monthly chart and the black is from the weekly chart. And why they are called reversal crowns? Because the whole currency pair reversed its bias. Okay, this is the important thing that you learn. When you see a crown on the weekly chart or on the monthly chart, those are the reversal crowns. Okay, and when the reversal happened, right? Now, pay attention, everybody. Pay attention. Just because you see a bullish crown, higher high in here, this doesn't mean that the market is going to go up, right? Because you could think, oh, it's a reversal crown, so the market is go up. No, when we are talking about reversals, we are talking about the overall general direction. Okay, this is a reversal and this is a reversal. Okay, the other crowns are the so-called entry crowns. So now that the reversal has happened on the weekly chart, and you know that on NZD-CAD the long-term bias is down, now you can go check and find entry crowns for your trades, right? Of course, the crowns that you are going to looking for are bearish crowns, because the reversal just happened here and we are prone to go down, right? So entry here, entry here, entry here, right? On the daily chart you can go check and look for entry crowns. Okay, entry crowns. Now, one more thing for you to understand. We have talked about the confirmation time frame and we're talking about the trading time frame, right? So if this is NZD-CAD, right, and let's go on the daily chart. It's just an example, but it's important for you to understand, right? So we are on the daily chart and those are trends already, right? So we were in an uptrend here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, let's take this chunk of price action, right? So we were in a short-term uptrend, right? Which was a down retracement, right? But if you would trade on the 1 hour chart or on the 15-minute chart, right, then you would go with this uptrend line, right, and you would check for bullish crown, bullish crown, bullish crown, bullish crown as an entry crown, right? And when the market breaks the trend line, you and start to fall, you are going to look for what? For bearish crown as an entry, right? So this was the first trend line, then the market made a higher high. So this is the actual uptrend line measuring the down retracement, right? Broke the uptrend line and start making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So you want to see on all time frames, you want to go short, number one, and if you want to implement crowns as an indicator or as a technique for entry, so you are going to look for entry crowns on the smaller time frame. On the daily it already happened. On the daily it already happened. Lower low, right? Low, lower low. On the daily it already happened. So now you need to wait for the extension to complete or go to smaller time frames and measure this downtrend, down extension, right? Up retracement, down extension, and you need to measure this downtrend. Everybody, if this is your first time or second time, or you are fresh new here, remember that if you think, oh, this is all complex, we were learning all this stuff from January, okay? If it's difficult for you to understand, remember that we are learning from January. We learned already market structure, highs and lows and trends. We learned about support, resistance, pivot points. We learned about Japanese candlesticks. We learned about the Fibonacci numbers. Okay? So if it's difficult for you, go on the Dukascopy YouTube webinar page and find the playlists of FX Passion, of course, and watch all the previous webinars if you want, and of course if you can. So if you think this is difficult stuff or it's complex and so on and so on, okay? Now, some of you are asking, Passion, but isn't this a reversal? Okay, well, you can name it a reversal. Okay, you can name it a reversal, but if you name it here a reversal, then you are going to name it also this bullish crown a reversal. Okay, remember, when you use the word reversal, you mean a reversal of the overall general trend, long term. Okay, so if you're going to use this, if you're going to use the word reversal, then you can use this is the reversal on the retracement or the short reversal. Okay, when you say reversal in general, it means the long-term general trend is going to change. However, I think it's better that you use the name entry, right? Entry crown on the daily, entry crown of the 2-hour, 4-hour, 1-hour chart. But in the end, there is no right or wrong. Okay, just be aware that when you see crowns on the monthly and on the weekly, the all over general trend is changing. So now that you know this, everybody, you are not going to go long anymore when this happens. It would be crazy, right? And you are not going to go short when this happens. Now you have learned something. I think it's of great value, and if you implement, I mean, you would be crazy if you go short in here. You have a bullish crown, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, this is how, not all of them, but some professional traders, me included, we are using crowns on the bigger scale to see the overall general trend. Of course, there is a game of fundamentals, right? So if nothing changed, NZD-CAD, it's a quite stable pair. Not New Zealand, not Canada are going to do some crazy stuff. I mean, the government. So it's waving quite nicely. It's quite stable as a pair, you know. It's going to touch the upper band and it's going to reverse, and in the coming years is going to touch the lower band if nothing changes fundamentally. Okay, now you know that there is a trade war, right, between the US and China, and when there was no deal, let me open a USD JPY daily chart, just a second. And remember, these webinars are not investment or trading advice, they are for educational purposes only. I want to show you a trading opportunity. There you go, don't panic. This is how your chart should look like right now. Okay, I'm just going to delete the indicator because we didn't learn about them yet. But you should have on your chart, everybody, the Fibonacci's, and you should have on your chart the pivot points and support and resistance levels, right? Now, this short-term downtrend, so today this webinar is on Friday, right? But this is the Thursday, Wednesday. Okay, this fall in here, this is the daily chart. This fall in here happened because there were, on Friday night, there were no trade deal between USA and China. So this fall happened, right? But the Fibonacci's are up, right? And we were in this downtrend line. Downtrend, sorry. And the uptrend line, the market broke the uptrend line in here. So uptrend line break, downtrend line, right? From the daily. Between the trend line and the Fibonacci, who is stronger? The Fibonacci, right? So even though we have a uptrend line break, we can draw a downtrend line, number one, and an aggressive one right here. Okay, and what we have learned so far is that candlestick formations on the higher time frame are nothing more than crowns on the smaller time frame. Okay, so even though there is a trade war going on and whatever, technically speaking, the market is saying to us right now to go long. Stop loss, of course, down here, and this is the daily chart. My trading chart is the 4-hour chart, and left tip, center. Okay, we are here right now, so the market didn't crown yet. Okay, so when the market, I do believe the market is going to break this higher high on the 4-hour chart. When the market is going to break this higher high, remember, no guarantees, I don't have the crystal ball. If the market is going to break this higher high, then it's going to crown, right? And remember, you can implement a Fibonacci on the crown, So this is a speculation Fibonacci. The price movement, the price action Fibonacci, you can draw already on in here, right? So blue goes to blue. We are almost at the extension, but I do believe that the market has crowned on the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart. Alright, so the center is here. This is the center tip, and we crowned on the 1-hour chart. Okay, this is the left tip, center tip. We crowned already on the 1-hour chart, but we were waiting for the 4-hour chart to crown. Okay, and then if you want, on the 1-hour chart, the market has crowned, right? Okay, so let's address just the price action, the price swings. We want to see if the Fibonacci is working. So the first swing is here, The second swing is here. Almost took out the A, and okay, this is going to be it similarly on the 4-hour chart. If it's going to make a high, well, this is going to be the next Fibonacci, the next upswing. Anyway, we are waiting for the 4-hour crown. Okay, you can trade the price, swing Fibonacci's, or if you are going to use the crown as your indicator, remember you can draw a Fibonacci on the crown swing, not on the price movement, but on the crown. Come on. So this is the projected. This is what we are waiting for, the projection of the crown. And remember, reversal crowns, monthly chart and the weekly chart. So on the JPY, the daily chart is going to be the entry crown, right? If you want. Come on. Okay, where was the first crown? Well, the first crown was here. Okay, it didn't work so well because almost immediately the market reversed, but we were at the pivot point, so this reversal was also predictable, right? And of course we are not going to wait for the bullish crown on the daily, because the center tip would be this one, would be the center tip, right? I mean, nothing wrong with waiting for this crown, but this would be the left tip, right? You can wait for this crown, no problem, but it's going to take some time, right? However, another bullish crown on the daily chart happened here. This was the left tip, center tip, and this was the crown, right? You have all different shapes of crowns, different sizes, different shapes, but this was the entry crown, right? If this is, don't panic everybody, if this is the Fibonacci, okay, like this, there you go. See the big lines, the green, 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 blue, red. So this is the Fibonacci. A, B, right? So this is the, and here this was the entry crown. It's quite easy to spot, right? Entry crown on the daily. Okay, so left tip, center, even low, center tip crown, right? Nice, easy crown, entry, and the market, of course, rallied. So I do believe that even though there is a trade war between China and the USA, if the market makes a higher high, meaning it's going to make a bullish crown, and we are going to wait for the retracement and enter with the next counter trendline break on the Fibonacci, on the crown. Okay, let me check the time. Okay, and homework, some of you asked, oh, AUD or GBP AUD, GBP AUD. Passion, can you analyze GBP AUD with the crown? And of course, just remember everybody, if you're a beginner trader, the GBP is a part, all the GBP pairs are subjected to the Brexit saga, right? Now very slowly for the beginner trader, and JForex is missing data in here. Okay, nonetheless, this is what we see on the monthly chart. So we are in down Fibonacci. Okay, A, B, C. We are supposed to go down long term. Okay, I'm going to delete the indicators. We didn't learn about the indicators yet. And this is the long-term downtrend line. And of course we have the confirmation Fibonacci. Confirmation Fibonacci. So this is a down Fibonacci, original one, retracement, confirmation Fibonacci, still active. And because we are at the so-called position trade, the long-term bias is up. Remember that Brexit is going to change things, right? This is the lower band, the position band. But if Brexit is going to result bad for the GBP, maybe the market is going to break all the known past levels from history, all back in history, right? Remember the Euro CHF, monthly chart. Okay, just when you are trading, remember this one, everybody. Okay, prior to this fall, and this happened in 1 hour, everybody, when 3/3 of the world was sleeping. This was the Europe session. It happened in 1 hour. Prior to this fall, this currency pair, what traders were looking for, this currency pair was like this, right? And then some intelligent government official changed things, and what happened? This was the, back in all history, this was the lowest point. And then Switzerland said no to Europe, and what happened? Bam! The market found a new level of support unknown prior to this event. So next time, if something is going to happen between Switzerland and Europe, traders are going to watch, take a good look at this level of support, right? So remember, because of the Brexit, everybody, remember that GBP pairs are dangerous, okay? But you were asking for the technical analysis, right? So long-term Fibonacci is down, the confirmation is down, the contrarian is up. Long-term, this currency pair, it's supposed to go up because we are at the so-called position trade. Now, this is the monthly, and so if it's supposed to go up, we want to see, remember, reversal crowns, right? Reversal crowns. So this was a reversal, huge reversal crown because of the monthly. Now in here we want to look for, we're going to wait for retracements and look for entry crowns after the retracements. We are in extension so far from the monthly. Now let's go on the weekly. Let's delete the indicators, delete, no need for this one. Okay, and again we have the confirmation and we have the contrarian. So from the weekly chart, this was the entry crown on the daily, right? So we are still in an extension, right? So we're going to wait for the extension to end, wait for the market start to retrace, wait for an entry crown on the smaller time frames. So this is the weekly, and where is the daily? There you go. Remove the indicators, remove. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Let me see. Okay, there you go. This is the daily chart. We have an up Fibonacci, up AB boundary, and this contrarian Fibonacci, the market broke the contrarian Fibonacci. This is the actual uptrend line, right? And we have a crown here, entry crown, not so easy to spot on the daily. Okay, this was the entry crown, so, and this is maybe an entry point, right? Counter trendline break, and then let's go longer. Remember, these webinars are not trading or investment advice. And we have also the Brexit messing with the charts and everything. Okay, so we have the bigger crown, we have the smaller crown, we can project the counter trendline break, right? But from the weekly chart, this was the crown that we were talking about. This was the center, right? Higher high in here. Okay. So when you trade, everybody, when you analyze the charts, you need to be aware of the market structure, right? Because the market structure is extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, right? Extension maybe until here, retracement, extension. Okay, this is the daily chart, but I'm showing you extensions and retracements from the weekly chart. And you have a crown here, not the best, not the beautiful one, right? You have a crown here, left tip, center tip, higher high. Okay, remember, this is the daily chart, and you have crowns also on the 4-hour chart. In the same place you have crowns on the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, 8-hour chart, whatever. So here was the crown, entry crown, bam, extension, entry crown, bam, extension, right? From the daily chart. Okay, false crown, left tip, center tip. Okay, it went up a little bit, but here is the entry crown, left tip, center tip, and extension, right? No, this is wrong. Extension, so this is the lowest low, right? So this is like this, everybody. The extension goes until up here, right? And entry crown again. Okay, so long term, this AUD GBP AUD long term, it's supposed to go up from the monthly, weekly, and daily, especially daily. You have an original up Fibonacci. Okay, remember, even though on the monthly chart the Fibonacci is down and the confirmation is down because of the position trade, the force and the bias is to go up. But I'm repeating you and keep telling you, GBP pairs are risky. Okay, if this pair is going to fall and crash all the levels, don't get angry with me. I'm keep repeating you, Brexit is going to make a part in this price movement, right? So GBP pairs are risky because of the Brexit. And nonetheless, the GBP AUD 4-hour chart. Okay, let's delete indicators, delete. So we were in a downtrend, down Fibonacci, and the market broke our down Fibonacci's. So Fibonacci, high here, another Fibonacci. Okay, and the market just took out our up ABCD. So we were back in a down Fibonacci. And what did we say about Fibonacci's? When the market breaks your Fibonacci's 2 times, maybe 3 times, even better, we have an 80% chance the market to be locked inside the sideways movement. So we learned this stuff already, we are just reminding you that we were in a downswing, down Fibonacci, the market broke our down Fibonacci, then we were in an upswing, up Fibonacci's, and the market broke again our upswings and up Fibonacci. So up break, down break, we are missing the third one, but now we have 60-70% chance this market is locked inside in here. Okay? Of course, this is all speculation because we don't have the crystal ball, but generally when the market breaks the Fibonacci's from one side to the other 2-3 times, this is a confirmation that 80-90% we are locked in a sideways channel. Okay, so the trader who sent the email, please can you analyze with the crown the GBP AUD, the daily chart? Well, this is the answer, right? We don't have a conformity, okay? We have space, the market can fall. We don't know if this is the end of the retracement. Most likely it is, because the market is making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so again, long term we should buy this market after the counter trendline break on the daily chart. And if this counter trendline break is not going to happen, now the scenario number 1 is that maybe we are locked in this sideways movement, number 1. And scenario number 2, because this is not a conformity, the market can fall further into deeper Fibonacci retracements. That being said, everybody, happy Friday, happy weekend. Let's go relax, let's go play around, not just trade, right? Not just work. And see you back on Monday. Until Monday, stay strong and study your chart with passion. This is FX Passion signing off.